What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and in today's video we're going to be answering one question. Are we back? Because today we're going to be taking a look at some exciting news, including 3 new Kanye West albums, so make sure you stay tuned. Now before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the homie Strain Beats for cooking up the beats for these videos, and while you're here, you might as well drop a like and subscribe, and join our free Discord to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to find out about my first 5,000 sub giveaway. Now if you've been following the latest Vultures updates, you'll know that things have been pretty dry and pretty speculative. However, things changed today when the man himself, Yeezy, decided to get on Instagram and share some new exciting information. Starting off with this Vultures album promotional video, which definitely sets the tone and I guess gives us an idea of what to expect. Now unfortunately, due to YouTube copyright, I can't share the original audio, but right now what's playing on the video is the single Vultures, which actually released all the way back in November of 2023. However, this version features Lil Durk, and when I think about it out loud, it's actually insane that this single first dropped 2 months ago to the date and we're just now getting some album confirmations. Now Kanye himself mentioned that this was directed by John Raffman, so I decided to check out his Instagram to give you guys an idea of the overall aesthetic, and I would say that it definitely matches this apocalyptic vibe that we're seeing in this video. And this may be a reach, but honestly it's very reminiscent of the Yeezus era music videos from myself. Now in addition to Kanye promoting this new album on his Instagram, he's also been active over the last couple of days sharing various things on his story, and most recently even sharing a conversation that he had with a fan where he basically lets them know that they can go and listen to his old music if that's what they want, and basically doubles down on the philosophy of embodying the exact opposite of what the fans want. Now I also wanted to acknowledge, while I might be excited for new Kanye news, a lot of people are not, and they're still unhappy with this new direction that he's going in, so I wanted to share these comments that I found on his Instagram, and I'd love to know what you guys think about it. And it was at the end of this video, as well as in a separate Instagram post, that Kanye basically confirmed that we would be getting 3 different volumes or versions of this Vultures album, with volume 1 now allegedly coming out this upcoming February 9th. Now if you've been following this Vultures rollout on my channel, you'll know that I've covered the influence and relationship of Burzum, the Norwegian black metal band, on this Vultures album and album cover several times, and interestingly enough, today's video takes us right back to it. Because it was with Kanye's confirmation posts of the new volumes earlier today that we got our first look at the new album covers. And with some detective work on Reddit, I wanted to point out the following to you. Now I've pointed out in previous videos that there is obvious influence and similarities between the font that's used and the placement in the upper left corner that you see between the Vultures albums, as well as some of these Burzum albums. Now more importantly, with the album covers that Kanye shared today, such as this one that says Volume 2, I want you to see the influence and similarity that you'll see with the art direction, overall tone, and aesthetic of these other Burzum albums. Now in total, Ye would go on to confirm 3 different upcoming Vultures volumes, so we have something to look forward to at least for the next couple of months. And at first glance, when you look at these album covers, you can see that they're just different variations of that initial Vultures logo. However, again, when you keep in mind just how calculated everything is with Kanye and his team, and comparing some of these Burzum album covers, I again wouldn't be surprised if the tones that we're seeing are influenced by some of these albums. Now as far as what we can expect from these different Vultures volumes, it's anyone's guess, and there have been some theories online that each one would have a different sound. However, Kanye himself had this to say, mentioning that each one was going to get crazier and crazier. And in addition to this latest news, we also got this little clip of Kanye on the piano keys. Now as far as the direction and some of the themes of this Vultures album, I kind of get the idea that Kanye's focusing on topics that are kind of taboo, and one of them being the open sexualization of BDSM and themes like that, which you can kind of see his wife Bianca modeling over the last couple of weeks in the photos that he's been sharing. I have seen some people speculate that this is all part of the album rollout, and I wouldn't be surprised if again this was all calculated. And while nobody knows for sure until we get the actual album itself, I feel like the music video that he dropped today, which features all of the BDSM and leather themes, might be a hint. And although it's not so much related to the album rollout, Kanye would also share this photo of himself and Ty Dolla $ign courtesy of his daughter North. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see something like this end up on merch, given that Kanye's also had a thing for airbrush themes and caricatures in the past. And although I feel like this is a chaotic time for Kanye, I feel like it's important to share how he mended his relationship with Kid Cudi, and I hope that this translates in the maturity of the album.
The reason why we became cool again is because he apologized to me, and it was sincere. I was just like, wow, Kanye does not apologize to anybody. He doesn't say sorry to anyone. And, you know, that's my brother, man. I know he loves me, and there's just nothing like Kanye and Cudi, you know? We like the duo that everybody loves to see, you know?
The chemistry, as you said, is undeniable.
Yeah,
it is.
It's just beyond the music.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. It goes beyond notes and melody and tempo and words. It's something very magic about that.
Yeah.
Now, if you've been rocking with Kanye and supporting him as long as I have throughout his career, you know that he's definitely not without his faults, and a lot of them are self-inflicted. So I think it's important to highlight and share those moments of growth, such as the one with Cudi here, and give us something to look forward to. And something else I wanted to highlight while talking about all these different album covers and their inspirations is I feel like it's painfully obvious we're in a different era of Kanye. Especially with that Donda era, I feel like he's definitely had some kind of ego transformation, and it's a stark contrast from the vibrant and bright colors that you see back here. I know he was still figuring things out, and again, he wasn't without his faults, so I think it's interesting commentary to see the transition. And although Yandhi has definitely become something of a PTSD folklore, I want to say with confidence that I feel like we will actually see this Vultures album, if nothing more because Ty Dolla $ign is of course on it. Now, if you remember from the beginning of the video, your boy finally reached 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and it's the craziest thing to me. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I wanted to dedicate this next part to you. Now, as many of you know, I'll finally be attending this upcoming Utopia tour next week, and I thought it would be really cool if I can snag one of the city exclusive pieces to give away for some merch for you guys. And if you're not familiar, of course, whenever Travis Scott tends to perform in any of the cities on his Utopia tour, he tends to have an exclusive piece of merch that was only available in that city or available for purchase online. So I feel like it would be really dope to share something from my hometown. In addition to that piece, we'll also have some of these pieces available that you can see on the Discord. And if you're interested in learning more about Kanye's past beefs with rock stars, I'll go ahead and include that video in the description. Now, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think. I think it's really exciting that we're finally getting these albums, and I do feel like there is some burzum influence there. As always, guys, thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen, and remember to stay safe. Let me know what you guys think about this 5,000 sub giveaway, and as always, I'm super thankful for every one of you. Remember, it's lit, straight up, and peace. And don't forget to join the free Discord. You dig?